turn them up. Boom, the reefer burn it up. Cause vibe reactions in the building, we for certain love. The king of this reaction thing, and it's curtains for a fool that think of coming at the team. It ain't hurting us. True, I'm a vibe like Ray, and that's my brother them. He love it when you go monkey with them bars, and it's my jungle gym. There's laughter in reality. Whenever Brody's streaming, keep it real and don't be scheming. Yo, he's actually no cap with it, so follow vibe reaction. Vibe reaction.
Be a fucked up problem to have, baby. We need to get more chocolate.
No parallel.
Pay me author, I accept this. Pay me teacher, who's apprentice. Pay me con, pay me mother.
Going on Patreon. Oh, you saw what I just did there? Cause I rhymed, bro. Some Mary Jane. Me wanted to smack the dog out of my teacher in school. Those were the exact words that I told her. And then I got in trouble. I'm gonna call my mother right now. She's not gonna know. She's not gonna remember. So you guys just enjoy the ride. Get the popcorn ready. Get the jammies on. Patreon, I'll preach this shit out of all of you guys. I love all you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in a minute. What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with another one. I know we late. We 12 minutes late and it's my fault. I apologize. I'm sorry, Vibe Gang. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry. But tonight, I'm bringing up tone deaf. What we talk about? Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Tone deaf! Where are you, my brother?
What's good, brother? How you doing? I love the energy this morning.
What's poppin', my guy? What is cracking? How's your morning going, bro?
It's going good. It's been a busy week, but this morning, slowed down, enjoying life. Got to sleep in a little bit more, so I feel good. How about you?
That feels so good to sleep in just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's a beautiful thing to sleep in.
All they need is a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing a lot better than our conversation on Monday. I'm doing a lot better. I'm able to see things a little bit more better now. Like the fogginess is away, and I'm able to actually see and react properly now. I'm not only just going towards just emotion and emotion-ridden decisions or emotion-ridden conversations. It's just now I'm adjusting to anything that's so I'm doing mentally I'm doing a lot better because the cloudness is kind of vanishing. And I'm about to go send that email to his brother. So that's gonna be, I'm scared as fuck for that, but I've got it already what I want to say, and all I gotta do is just type it out now and just send it. And once I get to that point, I think it's gonna start a big chain reaction, and then hopefully come out good at the other end.
I believe in you, brother. I mean, we all got those days where it's like, man, I don't feel like facing that shit, but as we talked about it, face it.
It's one of those things, bro, that, trust me, my brain has tried to figure 15,000 ways around it. There's really no way around it. There's no way around it but just to face it. Just to face it head on, do what I got to do to start the healing process on that. Because that's just one of the few things that I still got left over that is lingering. So all that lingering, all the rest of the lingering shit that's in my head, I'm trying to attack them one by one, and try to take care of those demons so they won't camp the fuck out too long.
So how's everything else been?
Oh, dude, everything's beautiful, bro. YouTube doing what YouTube does. Patreon's doing what Patreon does, bro. I'm growing. I can't complain. Everything else I'm telling you right now, bro. Everything else in my life right now is just is going the way it's supposed to, bro. It's working this thing that I'm trying to do. I gave myself a year to do YouTube. I've been on it full time for 2 now. So I mean that year came and went, and because of the people, because of the Vibe Gang and everybody, man, I'm able to actually do this for a living. It's still wild to me, bro. In my mind, while I wake up in the morning, mind you, bro, like listen, I was for 20 years, bro. It was 7 o'clock up, out the door by 8, back home by 9 o'clock at night, tired, and that was my life. That was every single day, and it was just like my wife showed me that I could do better. I showed myself that I did better. And it's almost like right now I'm in a dream state where I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I literally am waking up in the morning, going to my own studio in my home, and doing what I love to fuck to do. And making a decent living. I'm not the richest man in the world, but I'm making do with what's come, with the blessings that are coming to me, and I'm just trying to implement it in the right ways, and stay as humble as possible to keep moving forward, and just because that's why I feel like I need to help people, because all the blessings that I'm getting since I started this shit, it's almost like though, like if I don't help others, I'm just being a selfish fucking prick. I'm just being an asshole, and I'm just trying to keep all this shit to myself. And I'm like, how can I keep something to myself that I didn't build by myself? That doesn't make any sense to me. So I rather put the people in front of me and say, nah, y'all go first. I'm good. I like to see y'all grow. I like to see y'all do that, because I'm just, it is what it is to me. I'm right now in a position in my life, bro, I'm doing this for a living, bro. This is my life. This is what I do now. And it's like, there's nothing that I can really complain about. That's what I'm saying. These extra things that are just lingering, I gotta knock these things out, bro. I just gotta knock them out. I gotta get that shit out the way. Because it's stopping me from enjoying what the fuck's in front of me. It's 100% stopping it. I'm just like, look what you have, bro. Beautiful, smart wife. Amazing fucking kids. The best job in the fucking world. And the best following that a man could fucking ask for. Like, what more can I ask for? I can't ask for anything else. But so it's just like, just trying to knock out these negative shit, man. Just trying to knock out these lingering fucking demons and put them at bay, bro. And continue on helping, continue on growing, bro.
Brother, I just want to show you appreciation, because everything that you just mentioned is something I've kind of been reminding people all week. Count your blessings before you count your problems. And you just did that right here on stream. It's just more about, yes, I'm doing what I love to do. I've got my family. I've got my, your Vibe Gang. And really, the only thing other than that you need is peace. But you find that individually. Everyone else can't do that for you. I even find myself, I'm like, I might be able to do a lot. I got to make sure that my peace is intact. And that's one of those things where it's like, hey, let me sit back. If I need that day off, if I need to, relax, kick my feet up, I need to know how to do that. Can't depend on anybody else to do that. So,
absolutely. How you been doing, brother? How's everything going with you? You got a lot of shit going on right now, bro.
Yeah, and I think the best thing about being able to retire, and for those that don't know, I was in the Air Force, spent 20 years serving in different locations all over the world. But
which, once again, thank you for your service, sir.
I appreciate that. But I think my main thing is I wanted to continue that. And, even if people follow the channel and so forth, everybody's like, where you been? Well, the truth is I've been out in the community. And during that time, I took about 3 months to just kind of sit down, figure out exactly what I wanted to do. But I'll be honest, when I felt the need to move, I moved. And it was the best part about it, because I got rejected from a university that was going to be my second master's degree, and I just got notification like a month ago roughly that now I'm going to be pursuing my EDD, which is the doctoral program.
Nice.
So it's just more of a, you can either take those setbacks and accept them, or you can accept the challenge and then go get it.
Right.
So in that time frame, I built up my business. That was officially, launched February 14th. So I've always gonna have love for that day, no matter what. And on top of that, now I've broken it up into 3 branches basically. So I don't do life coaching. I don't call it that because I try to understand the person. That's the main thing that I'm going into sessions and so forth when I do hold them, trying to figure out. So whether it's CEOs, managers, and so forth, I've got a lane for that. That's where I really talk with adults. Let me tell you something too. Adults are more emotional than kids. So when I go into these sessions, it's just truly more about like, hey, let me help. But I take it from that organizational approach. What does your organization need? Do you have the mission and vision? Because essentially all of that dials right back into ourselves. And that's just one portion of what I do. Now, of course, at the same time, I've really laid the groundwork for the radio show. I think I've got a good path of how that's going now. Mm-hmm. And every Wednesday, it's like my pause. Because I get to go into the radio station, I walk in, I set up, I throw out my cameras, and now it's like, okay, now I'm streamlined with what I want to say. I just pick a topic, and then I just kind of fill in the blanks.
Right.
I don't try to go in with anything on my brain except for how do you feel and how's your heart. And that's really my tagline, right out the gate. Because I think that's important. And it's more for me asking myself, how do I feel? And how's my heart? And now let me talk about some of the things that I did over the past week or so, or maybe let me, go a little bit further back and just talk about some of the things that I did in my career, even before the military, because those things are important. And then on Fridays, I think that's been my bread and butter most recently. When I talk about really pouring into the youth, I love my Thursdays and Fridays. I've had people fly in. I just had a guy who's an ACC broadcaster. He just flew out yesterday. And he flew all the way up from Orlando. And the beautiful thing about what he had said was, he's like, I just want to challenge you guys, the young men that he spoke to go the extra mile. I said, brother, let me say thank you to you. I said, because you came 640 extra miles to be here for these boys today. When things like that happen, that matters to me.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime, because if we really think about it, at the end of the day, it's really about our kids. It's really about the ones that are going to be taking over when we're long and gone. The ones that are going to be taking over this planet and ruling and managing and pushing and healing and helping. These are the ones that we're raising to go out there and do the right thing and do out there and try to help as much people as you can. I mean, that I didn't know that was, for example, I didn't know that was my calling when I started YouTube. I didn't fucking know that. I thought I was just going to come in here, listen to music, and have fun, collect a little bit of money, and do what we got to do with it. But the last thing my mind came to, like, helping anybody, and then it came to that day that it just came to me, and I was like, yo, I need to help. I need to help as much as I can. I got the platform. I built this platform off of being a funny dude listening to music. So now that original. Now I got the people, so why not use it to go and try to help as much people as I can with doing whatever fundraiser, whatever it is that I'm doing, the vibe recovery session, whatever it is. But it's building. That's why me and Carly, like, a lot of my eggs are in that vibe recovery session basket. Because I want to grow that. I want to do that multiple times a month. I don't want to just do it once a month anymore. I'm trying to get proper merchandise for it. I haven't even put proper merch out for it yet because I feel so strongly about it, and I'm just like, I want this to be the staple of Vibe Reactions. I want the Vibe Recovery sessions to be the staple because that explains me. That explains my channel. With the addiction, with the recovery, with the mental health, with the helping, with the talking, with just the connection in the community. Vibe Recovery Session explains all that. So that has to be the staple of this page. But it's just like, I don't want to misrepresent it in a way that it's something that is a joke. This is to help the people that need the help. I'm not forcing anybody to come up on screen to talk about nothing. I'm not forcing anybody to be there. I'm not forcing nobody to comment nothing. I'm giving a platform to people to come up and give them the opportunity to let whatever the fuck is that they got holding on to them out they fucking chest. To see if it can relieve just a little bit of that pressure that we put ourselves every single fucking day. I'm 41 years old. I know what pressure looks like. I know what putting everybody before me looks like, and then not paying attention to my own mental. Mm-hmm. Like, you could help the whole entire world, but if at the end of the day you're a shriveled up prune in the corner, angry and upset about yourself, and not feeling good about yourself, then what did you really do? You made everybody around you happy but you. And my recovery session is to focus on the you. To focus on, you need to forget about everybody else. I know there's a lot of us in this community that we're helpers. We feel like when we come into a situation, we're the helpers. We're the ones that have to finish this and fix this, and we have to do this. And the whole point of that is to say, stop. Relax and put that on pause for a second. Beautiful that you want to help the world. That's a beautiful. But are you doing it the right way? Imagine if you were 100% physically, mentally, and everything, and then you're helping the world. Imagine what you could do for them then.
It's so funny that you say that, because everything that we talk about always leads back to something that I've seen and I've tried to either build to give back. But I also knew that I could not do it if I was not 100%. And it's very important for me, and I encourage people, because even the complex I live in, everyone's like, you talk to everyone, why do you do that? I'm like, because I care. I said, it's that simple. They're like, well, I mean, we're too busy, no one has time for that. I'm like, you all may not have time for that. I said, but don't say everyone.
That's the thing about it right there. That I told, you know what I told one dude? I told this one thing to this one dude when I went to the dispensary. I went in there to go get my shit, and we started having a conversation. And he started giving me a whole bunch of ifs, ands, and buts about all this other shit that he's trying to do. And I'm just like, all I hear is that you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this to benefit somebody else. What are you doing for you?
Yes.
Like, brother, what? Like, you have to stop. And I have to do it sometimes too. I got to stop myself sometimes to be like, bro, you need to focus a little bit on your, take a break if you need to. Because in my brain, I want to go. I don't want to stop. I just want to keep on going. If you leave me in the studio locked in for fucking 48 hours, I'm going to give you the best content in the fucking world. Because if it was 48 hours, I got nothing else to worry about. Right. But just do what I got to do. So don't worry about it. I'm going to give you some shit. But I can't continue on putting all my worries into my work. Because I'm just masking it at that point. I'm using my job to go ahead and say, I'm going to put all my energy so like that I'll be too tired to even think about anything else. And then go to fuck to bed and then our cycle over and over again. Until it's completely ingrained into my soul and dig so deep that one day when it pops up, it's not going to be good for me. My mental's going to be completely off. But it's just like, you got to take that time for you. You got to pull aside, be like, look, I'm taking these 2 days off. I need to get my mental right. That's why when I saw Archie, shout out to Archie, drink the Kool-Aid, go follow my brother Archie. He put a post up on YouTube saying, hey, I'm taking this time. I'm taking a couple days off. He just finished watching The Casket. And his brain got into the same thing that happened to a lot of us when we watched that, when we listened to that song. And he took the time and said, I need to take time. I can't go straight in right now. I need to take this time and readjust my brain. And a lot of times we need to do that. We need to pause. We need to readjust, re-energize, and then revive again. We can't just think that we could go blindly straight 100 miles an hour and think that it's going to be good for our mental. We don't stop and take our mental break. We need that, especially as content creators in social media, especially because why would I want to be on camera knowing that the Vibe Gang is looking for specific something for me, and then me being here like this and not give them what made them hit the subscribe button in the first place? That's not fair to them. So that's why I told them when my last fucking breakdown, I was like, if I need a break, I'm taking a break. I'm not going to be able to keep going through without taking a mental break for me. It's not even to spend time with the family like that. It's for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to, I want to spend time with the family. I want to be on YouTube. I want to do it all. But I'm starting to learn to say, pull back and take this time. If you feel like it's too much, I outwork myself. I outwork myself to the fullest. I try to beat my own records. If I go live for 10 hours, the next day I'm like, all right, let's see if I can go 13. And then I'll just keep on, because that's just, my mind is just go, 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 go. And all the time, the minute I wake up, is go, 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 go with ideas and wanting to do this and wanting to do that. And then I learned, me pulling back and taking my time, I could really look at what I've been thinking, but like, all right, well, this was a good idea at the moment, but now that I'm sitting down and really thinking about it, maybe I pull this one to the side and not really pursue it right now, because this idea right here sounds a lot better. And it sounds like it's going to be a lot more beneficial for the page, which in turn is going to be more beneficial for everybody around me. So, yeah.
I think the biggest thing you talk about, and excuse me, they want to start mowing grass, of course, as soon as you get my fan. That's bullshit. But as you talk about it, I think that's the important part. Prioritizing. And I really sit down every Sunday and I prioritize. Like, I block that off. I'll tell you right now, I don't even answer my mama's texts. Nothing. Just because I know how important it is to actually sit back, relax, and really game plan, because I need to know how to re-energize. The same thing that you just talked about, knowing how to just sit back, answer the questions. What do I have going on? What's the most important? How do I need to attack this week? If I don't have that time, I'm telling you, like by Wednesday, I'm like, oh, I am dragging. And it's like one of the worst feelings in the world, because I know I'm going to be irritable. I know the triggers are going to, be easily hit. And I'm like, I don't have time to be upset. And it's because of me. Right.
Because when you're upset, everything stops. When you get upset and pissed off, all your plans comes to a halt. Do you know how many days that I've had planned from 9 till 8 o'clock at night, that I'll have a day planned, and a wrench was thrown in the middle, and once that wrench was thrown, goodbye day, because the day's completely ruined. Because now I'm pissed and upset, and now I'm sitting here, I ain't doing shit. And that's where I go to. So it's definitely it's our brains, bro.
I had a session yesterday, and this doesn't break any confidentiality or anything like that, because I'll tell anybody this. I took time for roughly about 2 weeks to just, every time emotion started to shift out of my piece, I wrote it down. And anybody in the chat, I can't see the chat, so first of all, thank whoever's here, but it was truly about what is shifting those emotions. Like, what is taking me out of that calm state that I appreciate being in? I gotta appreciate me and what lane I want to be in. Because one of the best things one of my mentors told me, they're like, hey, when you retire, go find your smile. And that hit me. It was so simple, but it hit me, because I'm like, maybe you're seeing something that I'm not.
Right.
But I'm okay with that. Thank you for the notification. I'm going to subscribe to that comment, and I'm gonna plaster that and put that on a sticky note.
Right.
Because it's so important for me to find that smile, because now, one, I got to look at myself. I gotta, give back to the community. But if I'm not smiling, if I'm not being me, then I'm just wasting time.
Wasting time, and we don't got a lot of that, and we don't got a lot of time.
Right, exactly.
People thinking that tomorrow is a for sure thing. Tomorrow's not a for sure thing. That's why I've learned your sergeant is like what Stacy was to me, because Stacy told me, she was like, I see it in you. Mm-hmm. I tell her all the time when I see like a milestone that I hit or something, I'm like, babe, can you believe it? She's like, yeah, I fucking can. She's like, I told you. She's like, I told you.
It's so funny that you say that, because, I've got a nice network. And when I say network, especially close friends that I consider like, hey, I can pick up the phone and truly just call, and they're going to give me that solid feedback, not the fake shit. Let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. I dwindle it down to this. Would I rather have 4 quarters or 100 pennies? The truth is, I'd rather have 4 quarters. Somebody to truly say, like, hey, I'm gonna give it to you, good, bad, and different. I don't care how you feel about it. But when I say, like, hey, collectively, here's my board of directors, here's what I'm gonna do, they said, of course you're gonna do it. Because look at all the things you've already accomplished. Of course you're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I might second guess or I need that extra push, or I find out something, they're like, yeah, we knew you were gonna do that.
Right.
That
Yeah,
means
it's that face. It's just the aura of the certainty that they had about us.
right in you.
Like I'm just like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, because she says it with so confidence. Babe, I know.
Yeah.
She's like, I saw that from the minute I met you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. My family saw that from the minute they met you, that you had a certain something there.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, you just don't see it because I don't. She's like, I don't know why. Mm-hmm. She's like, but it's there. It's like you just need to find a way to just. So every time when I started, because she was the one that pushed me to do this, and ever since I started, I'm just like, and every time I get like like I said, a milestone or people say it, not the number necessarily, is more the comments that people give me. Mm-hmm. That I appreciate the most. Like the number is the number. It is what it is. If you focus and you put your head down and you work and don't focus on the number, that number magically starts growing. Because I stopped focusing on the number at 60,000 subscribers. Once I was stuck at 60,000 subscribers and I was there for months, and I was like, look, if I keep on focusing on this fucking number, I'm not focusing on what I need to be doing. Once I did that and I turned that shit off and I said fuck the number and focused on just having fun and doing what I do, next thing I know, I was at 100,000 subscribers. So it's, you gotta just work at it. You gotta just fucking do it. But it freaks me out every single time because it's just that I never believed in myself at all doing anything ever on anything, and just to have a person next to me like that it's so certain. And I think that's what kind of freaks me out a little bit, is the certainty, because I'm like, but what if you're wrong?
But what if you're right?
But then, yeah, the other side of the coin is what if you're right. So is that the other side of the coin is where I have trouble looking at. I'm too focused at what my eyes are looking direct. I can't look up what the hell's in the other side of that, because I just want to think like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not recording enough. I'm not posting enough. I'm not going live enough. I'm not, because I'm horrible with my phone, bro. People hit me up and it takes me days to contact them back. Months sometimes. To contact, because I wasn't on my phone before YouTube. Don't expect me to automatically be a phone nigga right off the rip like that. Like, it's not going to happen. I'm not a phone dude. I don't like it. I'd rather talk to you like this.
Exactly.
I'd rather talk to you in person than doing this or FaceTiming and doing all that. Fuck all that. I'll talk to you when I see you when I go over there. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm talking to you every day on FaceTime, when I see you, what the fuck we got to talk about? I want to see you and have that moment. Have you ever like not seen a friend for like 10 years? Now talk to them, nothing. And then you see them again in person, 3-4 hours will pass by, you guys won't even know nothing. That's a connection. That's the energy that I want to have with you. Why the fuck would I want to have it over a fucking phone? I don't understand sarcasm over a text message. Sorry, my brain don't work that way. It may work like that for the, yeah.
Like, even with that, like, you know, I'll get in text conversations and I'm thinking that I've sent all the information, and this will even be with my girls and everything, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just stop for a second. Let me pick up the phone. Let them hear my voice or whatever the case is. Or I don't care what they got going on. It becomes so easy. And the same thing with friends, family, old people, you know, that I've worked with. I'm like, a text message, it's just not giving the same feel.
It's not. It's not. You're not seeing what the person's actually like. When somebody says laugh out loud, you know what I say in my brain? Are you really? Or did you just type it because that's what you do? Because that's what you're expected to do when somebody says a supposed joke over the internet, over a comment or whatever.
let me tell you something because one, let me tell you about Uncle Ray. I'm floating through my day yesterday, and all of a sudden I get this voice message, and
Oh,
maybe
I did a live stream. They know about it. I did it on live. I wanted to show love, and I wanted to give. Okay, love you, bye. I wanted to see what you guys were gonna say when I said love you, bye, like that.
Like,
I just wanted to see the reaction.
it had me dying because one, I mean, I had been ripping and running all week, but I'm like, it goes right back to our conversation, right back to the text. I don't care if I care about somebody. I always tell them. I say, "Hey, I'm gonna look you in the face and be like, hey, I love you. You good?"
Right.
And most
right.
people think that's weird. I'm like, nah, I mean that because
It's
you don't know
not.
who needs to hear that one. But when I got that damn message, I lied laughing. Like I was just laughing because I'm like, man, he must have knew I needed that.
And you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy that did that because I started doing it because I said I said to somebody in the chat, "Love you, bye," and then I was like, I'm gonna go contact all my niggas and I'm gonna do that to them just to see what they say. And I was just going down the list of all my I'm not gonna do it with the motherfuckers I don't fuck with, but I was doing it with all my niggas. So I was like, let me get my niggas. So yeah, and then I just went because sometimes niggas need that shit, bro.
Right.
Sometimes you just need another brother to tell you, yo, bro, I love you. However the fuck way is it that we're doing it, bro, but to get that energy. And you know the response that I got from everybody was the same thing. Everybody was just like, bro, I really needed that shit today, bro, because it was a rough one. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing that more and leaving those type of messages and shit instead of being, to do something funny. I'm going to just do it just because, yes, you do. Sometimes you need a stupid, funny message from your nigga like that. Just to give you that, bro, today's gonna be a good day, man. I'm over here with this negative mindset or busy and I'm frustrated and everything, and you don't know how that could change somebody's fucking attitude. So I'm happy that shit did something for you, bro, because, dude, it was amazing.
I tell people, and I had a real conversation with, a female that asked me a question. She was like, what's the hardest thing about being a man? I said, if you got a family, I said, it gets a little deeper. I said, but inside of my home is the most peaceful. I said, but as soon as I get ready to walk out that door, I got to strap up the mission. I got to strap up the vision. I got to make sure it's secure. I said, because I don't know what I'm going to face. I said, at the bottom of that contract that I got is the terms and conditions. I know what the terms are going to be. I said, I don't know what the conditions I'm going to have to face.
Right.
I said, but I got to honor that contract. This is part of my life. This is part of who I am. And I said, when I walk out the door, I said, let's just be honest. Any man is going to stand tall. I said, but it's the scariest part because you don't know if you're coming back home. I said, our job is to go hunt. I said, so when it comes time for that, I said, some people do it corporate, all these different ways. I said, hell, even your street cats, they do it differently. But at the end of the day, they're trying to feed somebody to include themselves. And I'm like, once you understand that, I said, you understand why a man needs his peace. And she just stepped back for a minute. I said, ain't no filter. I said, either you're becoming the peace, I said, or
you're part of the problem. Yeah.
Exactly. I said, just don't be the problem.
Yeah, don't be, because, and this is good that we're having this conversation, especially in men's mental health awareness month, because this is men's mental health, and it's we need to give men some grace and a break from the expectation, because we're expected to be a certain person. If we're walking with our woman is expecting us to be there to protect them if anything happens. If we're with our kids, we're expected to protect our kids no matter what. When we're at our jobs, we're expected to be a certain way and provide for our family a certain way. We're held to standards that women are not held to in certain standards. We are held to those standards 100%, because if you differ from that in any way, you're considered a piece of shit automatically. If a man doesn't have a job, if a man is not providing, if he's not taking care of a kid, he's a piece of shit. So we're held to a lot of completely different standards than what women are. So those are the expectations that we give ourselves. Even though those are unrealistic expectations, because shit fucking happens.
Right.
We're human. At the end of the day, we're men, but we're also human. And we don't give ourselves that grace. A lot of women out there don't give us that grace either. But the good thing about it is, thankfully and thank God, I found myself a woman that doesn't think that way. She values what I do. She values me as a man. She values everything. She gives me my peace. So I was blessed to have a queen like that. Not a lot of men have queens like that. Let's keep that 100%. Not all women are the best women in the world. They're not the best mothers in the world. They're not the best nothing in the world. There's a lot of female out there that are just as shicey and crazy and vindictive and assholish, just like men are.
For sure.
And there's a lot of men out there that are being abused by that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're expected to live up to this expectation, and they're being beat on if they don't. And they don't give no grace. They don't have no. You can't cry. You can't be mad. You can't get upset. You got to just sit there, work, provide for your family, be the best husband in the world. And if you do anything less than that, you're garbage, and we're leaving you, and we're done. We're taking the kids, we're taking the house, we're taking all that because you're not abiding by your contract of being what I need you to be in order to provide for me.
Again, terms and conditions. Here's one thing for the ladies, and you take this what it is, and I'm going to switch to the men. That way it's equal. That way nobody feels left out, because I think it's important. But if you ever got somebody that you're dating, a partner, whatever the case may be, you're taking it to the next level. If you ever see that man go silent, the simplest thing that you can ask that man is, what do you carry? And listen. Because I promise you're going to get a lot more out of that, and he's going to care about that ask. On the opposite side, I've heard people be like, well, that's not a man. When I hear females say that, I said, define one. And it's more of a mirror, because I'm like, what you may be measuring that man up to could be the cool cat. Maybe the cat that you're dealing with is the long-term stability cat.
Right.
Maybe he sees way further than you're thinking. I said, but you got to know who you're dealing with. And it kind of leads me to something. I attended a couple TED Talks back in the spring. Well, a couple months ago at this point. And the whole basis was talking about generations and so forth, how we all need to, really help each other along the way. And it popped up, it was like, culture is not the problem. I said, hold on, let's take it one step deeper. Every person is their own culture. You need to learn them for who they are. Because if you do that, then you go stand in their world. You don't have any expectations. You're not bringing in your thought process. Let's be honest. Shut up and listen. Because that actually shows respect and care for that person, because you understand the culture of that person. Don't compare them to anyone else, because everybody knows comparison is the killer of all joy.
That's a fact.
But as soon as I hear that, well, I need you to, time out. As quickly as you got on this ship, you can be let back off the boat.
Right.
Because comparisons does nothing. And that's why I tell people, especially in my section, I'm like, define every word for you, whether it's success, if it's something that you fear, define what that is, that way you can change it. I said, because then it redefines who you are. Because you know exactly what to fix. Everybody's like, oh, I'm like, it's actually much simpler. I said, but you got to take the time to slow down.
Right.
I love when we get on, because it's just real conversation, brother. Like, I truly appreciate that.
Shit, bro. We don't pull no punches in this motherfucker. And we talk, and these type of conversations need to happen, especially in the climate that we're in right now in the culture. Because like I don't live within the culture. I don't know how you see the culture right now. I don't live in the culture. I live outside of the culture in my own little atmosphere that I've built for myself. And I see the culture from my window, and I want no parts of. Because that mentality, that mindset, that victimology mindset, that I'm a victim 100% of the time, and woe is me, I can't live by that mindset. I can't support that mindset. And I kind of have I kind of control my own thing. I'm not in this whole black white shit and like, oh, the white man's holding me down. I'm not into this whole thing that they are in the code. I'm more of a, well, if that's the case, then I would not be where I'm at in my career. I would not be in the house. Like my wife didn't co-sign for this. Like that's all me. Like, my name is on it. and I own it. Like, so if that's the case, I would in that logic, I would not be able to be here. So that means that I'm an anomaly. That's what you're saying, and I know I'm not. So there's a disconnect somewhere in there, because if you're saying because of my skin color, I should not be able to do anything, but then I say you're wrong because with my skin color never changed, Tone. I was like this since I was born.
Right.
So it's not like it got lighter when I got to Florida. No, it got darker because of the sun.
Right.
So I'm a nigga. Like I'm black. Like when they see me, they see black. They don't see Dominican. They see that's a black guy. So I would have not been able to be in a predominantly white company like Bridgestone, in a down south company like Tires Plus, where there's nothing but white people from the mountains of the Caucasus. They managed and they ran all that. So how was I, with my skin color, able to become their manager? I don't understand that. And then let's throw another thing on top of that. How was I able to go grow my credit? And then let's do another thing on top of that. How was I able to go get my house with no down payment? Or for what? Or for whose back? The white man's back? No. That was me saying fuck color. Everything that they told me New York was a fucking lie for 20 years. I came to Florida and found out it was all bullshit. Work actually makes you better. If you bust and you work at being good at something, you actually could make good fucking money. I was making 6 figures when people told me I was not supposed to be doing that in a corporate company. That's what was told to me. I don't know what was told to you, Tone, but to me it was told you're not supposed to do that. They won't let you.
It's funny that you say that, because I'll just drop little things. I'm pretty sure you probably saw it on IG, but one of the greatest life lessons is not what you learn, but it's what you unlearn. And I truly believe that, because if I'm taught that I can't be this, but I'm proving to myself that I can be, in my head I'm like, who told me that? From that point forward, I'm probably going to listen to you a lot less, because that means you allowed someone to set your ceiling.
That's a fact. That is a fact, because it's like that same exact thing that you just said right now went through my mind when I started to visually see, as I started to live life, how wrong everybody that was part of my life back in New York was. My father, my teachers, everybody. You better learn how to. You better take that funny shit and you better learn how to go on stage or something, because that's the only way you're gonna get out of here. I didn't play good sports. I was okay. I wasn't the best thing in sports, but I either play sports. So you're limiting me of what I could do?
Right.
Like, get out of here. So I went to a predominantly white company and I took over and started making 6 figures. So suck a dick. I proved you wrong. I proved that what you were telling me when I was young and poisoning my brain, it didn't work. All I had to do was what? One of the main things that a lot of these people in the culture need to do right now. Get out of your environment. Get out of the hood and move somewhere else that is not your block to see how different life is going to be for you. You're going to start seeing a lot, but they won't. You know why? Comfortability. When you get too fucking comfortable. All right, for example, I had this red couch that we bought from Craigslist back in the day. The most comfortablest red couch you can sleep on, bro, when you high. The most comfortablest couch, because it's fluffy, best couch in the world. I was supposed to throw that couch away the 3rd year I had it. I didn't. I was so comfortable in that couch, I kept that nasty motherfucker around for years and years and years. Beautiful house, shitty ass couch with stains and all types of nasty shit. So how did that make me look? Like there was something mentally wrong with me. Keeping a nasty ass couch like that for the public to see. Just because it was comfortable. Sometimes you gotta let that shit go, bro.
Yes.
You gotta get the fuck out of that area that you're in that's been telling you for years that you ain't shit. That you're not gonna amount to nothing because you're black. Get yourself out of that area and just stay a week. Just a week. Somewhere completely different. And then just Live there. Don't go for a vacation. Live there. Get an Airbnb. Go grocery shopping. Just go to the restaurants around the community. Talk to the people and just interact. And see how wrong everybody was telling you that bullshit in back at home was. And then what you gonna do? Oh, this nigga changed. He's an Uncle Tom. No, I got smarter. That's why my credit score is high. I got a beautiful home and I got money in the bank because I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna go. I stopped listening to what other people were telling me what I should or should not do.
This is exactly the reason why our conversations are so important. I had people from my hometown that still don't even have their passport telling me what I need to do when I get back. And I'm just like, it's very hard for me to listen because I literally just spent 14 of my 20 years overseas. I didn't go to Greece on vacation to do it because of the picture taking. I actually went before I retired to go sit and study myself for 2 weeks. Hey, when's the last time you reintroduced yourself to yourself? Oh, I ain't got time for that. I gotta go to work. I got things to do. Matter of fact, we got some room for you at the plant. That's crazy. What they paying? Oh man, we can get you in there. I mean, I can get you a good job. That's crazy. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Well, what you about to do? I don't have to do anything because the work that I put in
it does it
gives
for
me flexibility, freedom.
And there it goes. There's the word right there. Damn, Tone said, "Fuck it, I'm out." He ended up in freedom. That was a speech right there. That was a speech right. His phone probably died. His phone probably died. Let's give Toad a couple minutes to get back. There he goes. There he goes.
My bad.
You got a phone call?
I did.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, like, you know, when I sit back, I'm like, hey, it's going to be hard, and it's not disrespectful. It's going to be very hard for me to have someone that hasn't really branched out, hasn't taken the risk, and then trying to dictate my future. I'm like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm like, but have you seen what you've wanted to see? I'm gonna ask that question first. Have you done all the things that you want to do? Well, I mean, I ain't got time. Exactly. I'm making time right now, not for me specifically, so that my girls can see that I'm trying to elevate, because when I challenge them, I want them to also know that I took every single risk.
Right.
Not according to societal standards, not according to family standards, and I'm going to go hunt.
And that's
because
what
for
it
them,
is, baby.
They have to know that it's not a game. They have to know that instead of just walking a certain path that the world wants them to walk, go fucking create your own.
That's a fact. And you know what's crazy that you say that? Let's talk about time now. Time is what I realized that I lost when I started doing the YouTube while I was working. Because I started to see something. Because I did it for 2 years straight. Pretty much I worked anywhere between 16 to 17 hours a day for 2 years straight to try to get this YouTube shit popping. And I saw one factor in everything that got in the way. I started to see, damn, I gotta go do this on the YouTube. I gotta go live, and I gotta do this. I don't got enough time. I ain't got enough time. And time kept on coming up. And then when I'm with my wife and my kids, and then the day goes by fast because I gotta go edit videos, and I gotta go sleep early because I gotta go to work in the morning. There ain't no time. Ain't no time with the family. And then they kept on coming up. Time. That 9 to 5 is a time killer. It stops you from doing a lot. And I know it is created that way. They don't want you. They don't want you. It's designed to keep you where there's no time. The time. This is what happened to me when I did full time. I couldn't do it no more, Tone. My brain was so locked, like just creative locked, that I couldn't fucking think anymore. I'm working too much hours at my job. Me and my wife are going at it back and forth because we don't spend no time with each other. And then when we do it, it's me because I'm aggravated because I don't have no sleep and I've been working for fucking 16, 17 hours and I can't think straight. And it's just like something has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When I quit my 9 to 5, I gave my 2 weeks in and I left. The first week, bro, beautiful. It flowed because I kept my same schedule. I did what I had to do. Then after a while, I'm like, damn, I got a lot of time in a day to do this YouTube stuff. I don't even know what to do. I got so much time now. I got so much time to do anything that I want. Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So then I start getting stressed because I'm like, I gotta do more than just react. I can't just react and that's it. That's crazy. If I stay here for fucking 9 hours a day doing this YouTube shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm not used to being in front of a computer all day long. I'm out in the shop working on cars all day. So it's just like, this is new to me. I lost my mind for the first couple of months. But then I found structure. I said, all right, I need to structure this shit because the way I'm doing it is not working. I'm at a standstill. Ain't nothing moving, ain't nothing popping. So then I opened the Patreon. And then I opened my merch thing again, and then I started doing different things. The vibe recovery session came out of that. All the karaoke's came out of that. So I started saying, okay, brain, just go. You know how freeing that feels? That you could unleash every thought you had that you wanted to do, you could just do it.
It's funny that you say that, and I've got this like right here. I mean, it might have taken me 5-6 months to really create this, but this is my entire business model on one page. But I've been thinking about it, for probably the last 8 months. But I'm like,
profound, and you broke it down, and you got it structured to a point where there's no deniability that this is gonna work.
Exactly. Everyone's like, oh, how'd you build that so fast? I said, because I had time. I said that I had my last radio show was built about systems and how one is a choice. So systems themselves. First, we decide which system that we go into. And then we become emotional because the system's all wrong. But hold on, you chose the system. You put in the application. So even still, you might rise to it, man, the system's still messed up. Okay, so now you've dedicated 10, 15 years to this. You're still in the system. I'm going to be the change maker, the difference maker. And I told people, and I said it on the show, I said, unless you created the mission and the vision of what that company is, organization, whether it be corporate, whatever industry, you are not going to change that. You will be let go of before that mission and vision changes, no matter how good, bad, or indifferent that leadership is.
Right.
I said, but you are making a choice to stay in that system. The only system that we can truly manage is our thoughts. That's going to lead us to where we go, who we deal with. And I said, unless you do that first, I said, you're going to end up in wrong doors. I said, but you applied for that. And one of my favorite things to tell people, I'm like, some people will say you're getting beside yourself is a bad thing. I'm like, no, more of you need to get beside yourself. Right. Get outside of your head, get beside yourself and take a look. Because do you realize what that person is doing? Whoever that may be, is that the person that you want to be? Get beside yourself.
But the thing about it is, I think what they think is, Tone, is it's easier. They don't have to do a lot of that because it's not easy coming up with content. It's not easy coming up.
Right.
You got to sit there. You got to really sit there and really think this shit out. You can't just hit record and think that you're gonna have a day and then it's gonna be fine. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to structure it. You got to have some type of, and that takes time to build. Like I'm still building and structuring my shit right now. I'm literally in the midst of structuring my channel and structuring what I do, because there's so many things that I want to do that now I don't have enough time in the fucking schedule to fucking do it, because I got so many things already on the works. But it's about managing that. So what in my mind, I'm like, you manage a corporation, a multi-billion-dollar corporation for years. Manage it just like that. Manage it just like you manage that, and it's been working. So
So that brings me back to exactly what it is that I do with the youth. the program that I built is called the CEO mindset. When those boys or whomever I'm working with walk into a room, I said, "Are you a CEO?" I literally look in my eyes and say, "Are you a CEO?" I'm like, because I want you to own your life.
Right.
It's very simple. It's 5 principles. It's vision, ownership, organization, decision making, and execution. And I said, let me remind you that execution is the most important one. I said, because without that, the vision just dies. I said, are you going to bury that vision that you have, that dream? I said, or are you going to go execute on it? Right. And we just closed out an entire school year with 2 schools. And that's the last question I asked them. Are you a CEO? I make them look me in the face. And, are you a CEO? Do you own your life? And they're like, yes. I said, and I own mine. I'm happy to help you and have you realize that you own your life. You own every decision. Now go execute on your dream. And just to see, those boys come in like, who is this mother right here? Right. And then go to like, no, he actually cares. I said, I'm not your educator. I'm not your parents. I said, I'm some guy that wants to come in and tell you I believe in you.
Right. That's beautiful. See, my son came to me yesterday because he just got a job at KFC today. Oh, yesterday. They just called him and told him he got the job. So shout out to Anthony for getting his job at KFC. And we were sitting at the table talking about it. And I'm just just trying to see where his mindset is going into this, because he already worked for Goodwill, but I didn't. It was more of a. It was weird. It was a whole weird situation. But this is like his job away from all that, and I'm just like, okay, how do you feel? And he was like, I was thinking, what's the highest that I could get to in KFC? And I was like, in my mind, automatically, I'm scared, because I'm like, brother, don't use that as a career model. Don't try to. But then I started to think about it. I was like, well, hold on. Let me see where he's going with this, because I just want to see where this is going to lead to. And then he comes out and he's like, I looked it up, and the CEO at KFC makes 6 figures. And if I'm good at learning everything running a KFC to running a corporation, he's like, I could use that as leverage to go somewhere else.
Bingo.
And make more money. And I was like, you learned right now what there's men that's still trying to figure that shit out.
Figure out.
I like, you have to figure out when you get into a company. And he gives me chills, because when he said that, I was like, that was my mentality getting into every job I got into. When I go to meetings, I told bosses. They said, what do you see yourself in 5 years? I was like, telling you what to do, sending you emails to go push out. And then he was like, okay. He was like, because that's just the mentality you have to have when you go into anything. You have to have a boss mind no matter what. And then he comes and tells me, Dad, I'm not saying that I'm going to want to be a KFC CEO. He's like, but when I get into things like that, he's like, I always think, what's the highest that I could go to, and what's the most money I can make, and how can I use that for leverage for something else?
Yes.
And I was like, that's it. I don't got to teach you shit else, bro. I was like, when it comes to this work shit, he like, and that's everything you go into, my son. You have that mentality. You have to. You have to. You're not going into that job to make any fucking friends. You're not in there to make any fuck all that. You're there for a check to work, to bust your ass and make money. Bust your ass and make money. Learn everything that you need to learn. If you want to take that shit to the top, I'll be proud to say that my son is a fucking CEO at KFC. Trust me, I will. But I expect that discount coupon, my nigga, because I'm not paying full price for shit.
Bring the bucket of chicken.
But no, but me hearing that coming from him, it was one of those moments, like literally I had this moment yesterday, bro. That's, I think, why I'm a little bit chipper and happy today. Because yesterday I have in my mind now, my son is like almost complete. Like the kid has a good fucking head on his shoulder. And I ain't got to worry too much. I don't really, it's one of those like, I think he's ready. I think he's mentally ready to get into this life shit. He's about to turn 17 in a couple of days. He's getting there. He's already got his license. He's driving. Like, literally, he went to work right now. He took the car. He gone. That's my baby boy. There's a child that we needed to take him everywhere. He's going to work right now in the car, bro. Happy as dog shit. Because he's got a job in order to get the money to save up to get his car. Because that's what his main goal is. I'm working this summer. I'm going to save up enough money with my job. Since you guys don't charge us anything to live here or anything like that. He's like, I'm just going to save up all my checks. I'm going to stay with $100 in my pocket. Put everything else in savings. And try to save up to get my car. Once I get my car, I get it insured. And then he's like, I'm good money. I put my system in. Because that's his goal. His goal is I want to put my system in my car. In order to do that, he knows he needs money. So, go get a job. And I was like, well, what happened when everybody's saying that there's no work right now? Anthony? And he was like, who's saying that? And I was like, everybody in the world saying there's no work right now. How was it that you got that job so damn quick? What, 3 days? 3 days, he had 2 interviews and then a callback. And then he starts work today. I was like, that was pretty quick for a motherfucker, for a 16-year-old with no experience.
Brother,
so there's work out there. It starts from something.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna ask you a very serious question here in a second, and I know
yes,
I know it's. First of all, what I hear makes me proud, because first, as I sit here, I hear a dad talking about his son, and that is one of the most amazing things. And you even said it has changed your mood because you feel like he's ready.
Fuck yeah, bro.
My real question is, now that you've got to this point, is there a time where you can say, I went from holding his hand to holding his heart? There's always a shift for parents. Sometimes we try to discipline. But there comes a time where we go from holding their hand. You know, the little kid that runs up to you and they want to hold your hand and so forth. When do you switch to holding their heart? Can you define that moment? Because now you're the guide. That's.
It's not one moment. It's multiple moments. You can't define that in just one solid moment. It's just a multiple of things of just seeing that you being that stern person has made him grow to be somebody that you're just like, you're proud of and you kind of look up to, because he is in a route that I didn't even think it was possible for me to be in.
I love that.
So me seeing him take that route and working, not just taking it, not taking every single thing that I was just beating on him, but actually putting it into play. And then seeing it, so it's multiple of moments that it's just like, he got it. And then he'll fuck up, he got it. And then fuck up, then he got it. So in the fuck up, that's the you need to do it like this, and you need to get like that, and you need to do that. And that's when you start to try to mold, and you try to talk, and you try to, and you get frustrated because you don't think he's listening, and then that's when all that happens. But then eventually, he got it. And then you just start seeing it happen to a point where you're just like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't have to teach my son nothing else. After yesterday's conversation, on top of every other conversation that we've had, because we've had career conversations, we've had relationship conversations, we've had father conversations, being a father and just the stresses and all that. We've had that. And he's understood it all because he's be able to reiterate it back to me when I'm fucking up. Dad, you always told me never to be like that. What up? What's going? He's not ashamed to go in my face and tell me, yo, you fucking up too. So, because that's the type of relationship that I needed to have with him and everything. And the whole time it was like my wife says it. She's like, you got to be more loving to him. I was like, that happens when he's 21 out of my house. When he's 21 out, every fucking thing I had to give him, he's going to learn it one way or another. But when he's 21, that's when I go over his house, drink some beer, have a barbecue, listen to music, watch the game on his TV. That's when I start, I love you, son. You're doing great. That's when he starts getting the softer part of me. Right now, I'm not done working with him yet. I'm not done work. I'm not done molding my son to the man that I wanted to be, and the man that I see that he's becoming right now. I feel like I'm done, but I need to polish it before I could just release it. But I don't have to do much. I'm not worried about him. I think that's the key point, is that I'm not worried about him anymore like that. Because I'm like, he got it. When a bully was a bully to him in school, he learned how to stop it like a man by putting his hands on that bully. When he was getting bullied and getting pushed and getting punched and getting slapped and all that, and he was too scared to do anything, he learned how to become that. Do that one more time to see what happens. And the kid did it one more time. And now that kid was leaking through the mouth. So, check. That's learned.
That's funny.
It's just a checklist, bro.
I'm going to tie this together real quick because I think it's funny. First, I just want to say, one, thank you for taking that time. Like, it don't matter what month it is. It don't matter what the theme is. You just saying, I've spent years molding this creation of mine.
Right.
It's more than some can say. But when you talk about fighting, I think it's funny. My mom and I, when I was a kid, we used to live in an apartment complex. This is like back in like 2nd, 3rd grade. Brother, when I tell you a bully was on the playground and I ran home to my mom, she said, boy, did you just run back in this house? And she said, what did you do? I was like, he was trying to fight me. And I'm man enough to say, now, don't bother me. She said,
Right.
She said, well, I guess we're going to take a walk. She said, because you're not walking back in my house until you whoop that ass. I'm like, this dude's like, he's got easily 30 pounds on me. I just wanted to ride the swing. Life was good until he showed up.
Right.
But when
I'm sorry that I'm laughing at your pain, brother. But the way you just said it, and then that nigga showed up.
Right.
He said, I got other plans, brother.
But it's so funny because she walked me right back down to that playground, and she said, go do what you're supposed to do. And when I said it's either me getting my ass whooped for real by my mom, and I know how that feels, or I need to get this man a business. And she said it looked like a dirt dauber out there, and she said when you stood up, she said, you know, you faced somebody that was 30 pounds heavier than you, and she looked me in the face, and I'll never forget it. She said, that's who the fuck you are. And she said, now let's go home and eat.
Right. Like it was like, that was just check. That's it. That's all you needed to learn. That was the lesson you needed to learn. And then you got out of there and you were good.
Biggest lessons. It was probably one of the biggest lessons in my life because she said, face it.
Right.
Well, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Facts. And then it's kind of like what I told my son. My son, he was going through it. And then this kid was being bullied. And I told my son, look, the first time I put hands on a man, it was because this dude slapped the shit out of me. And like, I'm a kid. I'm like, and he was like my bully for years. And he like, but this time he like slapped the shit out of me in public in front of everybody coming out of the school. And when we were coming out to school, my dad was in the corner playing dominoes. So everybody's, you know how they are in school when there's a fight and some shit. People all gather around screaming and shit. My dad comes over there and I got smacked. My sister grabbed me. Let's go home. And then my dad's like, what happened? And my sister was like, this kid smacked Tony, so I'm going to take him to the house. And then he was like, and what did you do? And I was like, nothing. And I'm over here crying. And he's like, no, I said nothing. And then he was like, you better go back over there and slap the shit out of him. You're not going, no, not take him home. Take him right back over there. And I'm over here like, nigga, no. Like, I don't want to go in there. The fuck you, I just got slapped. You want me to go back and go get another one? Right. Oh, no. And then I started walking in there, and then the guy called me a pussy. Like, the guy like, here comes this pussy. And then when he said that, like I got so angry that I just cocked back and swung. Hit the nigga in the mouth, that nigga dropped, and then I just started like fucking slapping and scratching and pulling and doing all types of crazy shit. My sister was like, what the fuck? Grabbed me and pulled me the fuck off him. And then I went home. But from that day, it was just like, I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would try me like that again. But it was a lesson. It was a lesson that I needed to learn at that time. Because without that happening to me, high school would have been a bad fucking time. If that didn't happen to me all the way back then. So that's why I tell my son, this needs to happen to you now. But you can't let this shit keep on going, bro. You gotta you're the only one that's gonna I told him, I promise you, if that bully comes to you one more time and hits you and you cock back and just swing, Yeah, but I'm gonna get in trouble. With who?
Mm.
That's exactly how I told him. Who you gonna get in trouble with if you hit this nigga? If he hits you first? No, I'm gonna get suspended and then I'm gonna get grounded. Oh, who's gonna ground you? The teacher can't ground you.
Right.
You think I'm gonna ground you because you defended yourself? You're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, defend yourself. I don't give a fuck. I'll take you out that fucking school. I'll homeschool you if I have to. Fuck all that. If you're worried about getting suspended, get suspended. That's part of growing the fuck up. You want to see my suspended list? It's long.
Right.
So, no, you defend yourself. And then a little bit later, after that, a couple of weeks later, Tone, get a phone call. Hey, your son is in school. He was fighting. And thought you need to go. What happened? He slapped me in the back of the head when I was sitting in class. And I got up and I punched him in the mouth. And he fell off the chair. I was like, good job. You want McDonald's? Let's go get you some food. The fuck you want me to do? You want me to scream? Nah, nigga, you think you're going to get in trouble with me? I'm telling you to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, bro, defend yourself. Anybody comes within that 6 foot range of you, you need to defend yourself 100% of the time. So it's just that learning lesson, and just to see him at this level, bro, already, I'm like, I think I'm running out of lessons, bro. I don't think I got no more shit to teach him. He got it. Like a sponge.
You may not. I think the beautiful thing about what you just said is you may not have anything to teach, but he's gonna watch. Everything from this point forward is our kids watching.
Uh-huh.
Because my girls, they'll be like, oh, what you got going on? What you doing? I'm like, but I know you're watching.
There's
observing is way better than hearing somebody yell.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I've been watching so many different cultures. I appreciate that part of my life. I appreciate that. I understand why people watch, a little bit more now. I'm like, I get it. Because the older generation sees the world just kind of going a different way. That's why they people watch.
Uh-huh.
I was walking through Home Depot the other day and I had on a shirt that said invested in myself. And the lady said, she was like, what does that mean to you? And then we got to a whole conversation organically. Didn't even think it was going to happen, but for 10 minutes we sat there and talked. She was like, I just see so much changing. She said, I got 6 sons, 21 grandkids, and they're all boys. I said, what type of stuff is that? I'm like, the strength of, I was like, the lineage is there.
Absolutely.
It's just the fact that, one, she stopped to talk. We sat down and she just wanted to know how I invest in myself. And then we exchanged emails and numbers, and guess what? Color didn't matter.
Beautiful.
And she was like,
Beautiful.
yeah, I just want to reach out sometime. And she said, if you have the time, I said, it's not if I have the time. I said, for people like you, I'll make time.
Right.
That's different. Because you don't get that.
Nope.
I know people are greedy, and I know they got this me mentality. I'm like, I want to say good morning and give a fist bump when I'm in the gym to let you know somebody gives a damn about you. How about that?
That's a fact. Me and Stacy saw something, a post, that they were like, who'd you make smile today?
Facts.
And I heard it, and I saw it, and I was like, that's a good fucking question.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, I'm going to challenge myself. When I go outside of the house, anybody that I make eye contact with, when my eyes contact with your pupils, I'm going to smile, ask you how your day's going, and have a blessed day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure that I make some type of impact with everybody that I lock eyes with, and I lock eyes with like 3 or 4 people, and it was a good. It wasn't a full in-depth conversation interaction, but it was, hey, bud, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing fantastic, brother. About to go in here and get me a Slurpee.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, yeah, what kind? I was like, great. Yeah, you already know it. And then we just hyped each other up, and then we walked away. But I know he's going to go wherever he's going. He's going to bring that energy with him.
Right.
It's like we were playing. It's like we were playing the rally races. Here, now it's your turn. Take some of this energy, give it to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And who knows who he gave that energy to? Who knows who he helped out? That could have gone to somebody that probably that was in a depression, that was not in their right mind anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that little energy exchange probably changed something in that situation. Mm-hmm. You never know, but it ain't gonna hurt. It's better than ignoring and grunting all fucking day. Who did you make smile today?
Right.
And I challenge people right now in the chat. I challenge people. I challenge you, Tone. Try to make as much people today smile that you run into. Try to make as much people, and don't take how many numbers and post that shit. I made 30 people smile today.
Oh, if we want to do that, I promise you, I would love to keep a tally of just my running week. And it's because I love doing that. It's completely different. And it's so crazy because some people know what I used to do in the military.
Right.
They're like, but how can you be like this? I'm like, I never lost my heart. I just did a job.
And
I said it's different.
And that shows your character. That shows what type of dudes you are. Because not a lot of people know how to separate the two. They let one blur with the other, and they don't really understand what exactly. Like, this is a job. This is something that needs to get done, and it needs to get done where no one else is going to do it. That's why I'm here to take this job and for me to do it. But they know how to differentiate that, because that does take a toll on the mental. It's not it doesn't take a toll on the mental. It absolutely does. But I look up to you because the way you carry yourself going through all that. And then still be able to carry yourself without having a disorder to the point of there's a problem with it. That you're focused on just growing and helping others, no matter what your past led for you. Because none of that was under your control. You did what you had to do in the moment that you had to do it, and it is what it was. But it's like, what did you do after?
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
And you doing what you're doing now is just like, this is why I'm proud to be an American and living in this country and living with people, and why I have so much respect for the soldiers and the men and women that gave their lives and are sacrificing themselves every single day, and the families for people that are in the military and doing what you do, because it's just like, that's a selfless act to me. It's selfless. It's like, I know what I'm getting myself into, but I'm going to do it because I believe in something. And just to have that, and just to be just to know somebody that and be that connected to somebody like you, like that, with that heart and that wanting to give, bro, is an honor. It absolutely is a fucking honor, because like, I'm from a military family. Unfortunately, because of my past, I can't be in the military, but I respect the military so damn fucking much because of it. It's just, I can't see myself doing that. I can't see myself putting myself in those certain situations. Not that I don't want to. It's just, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not fighting for nobody. I'm gonna fight for my family, and that's it. I'm not gonna, because I don't know who I'm fighting for when I'm getting the orders down for. I don't know why I'm doing this for, because whatever they want me to do is for something completely different than what they're telling me. They're not gonna tell me why the fuck I'm doing it, because it's for their scheme, not for mine. That's why I wouldn't do it. But if it was the way it's supposed to be, like, we're fighting for our rights, we're fighting for our freedom, we're fighting for something that actually, that I wholeheartedly, I would sign up right along with everybody the fuck else, and I forced my way to go. When I tried to sign up the last time and they told me no, I could have fought that, but then I was like, I'm looking at just the news and all that, and I'm just like, for what? For what? Like, it's for no reason. But then, I got smartened the fuck up, and I started to learn what's really going on, and it is what it is from now. But 100% support anybody that has a selfless act of joining the military, because you guys join not for no political bullshit. You guys join because you love the country, you want to serve for this country, and you want to keep the freedoms that we all love and use every single fucking day.
I think the best thing about it is, all the places that I went, they mattered because of the lessons that I was able to glean from that.
Right.
The rooms that I was able to sit in, it's not about the rooms, it's about what are we learning in the room. And I tell people all the time, I said I'm a professional note taker, because I learned so much from people by listening. I said, if I walked in with a leader, first of all, I had to have access and I had to be invited. But they knew, hey, at least if we're going to invite him into the room, he's going to bring something out of it and give it back and then pass it down.
Right.
That's the beauty of it. I'm like, that's the family organization. That's any organization. You want somebody that can go into the room, have access, and then pass whatever down. Communication is what keeps us together. Communication is what keeps us unified. I'm glad to be the UNC status. I'm super cool with it because I still get to look up at the elders and be like, hey, before you get out of here, because we all know that happens, before you get out of here, what do we need to pass on? Because it's my job to recraft it, reframe it, and then pass it right on down to the youth. It's the same business model that I have. When I talk about, okay, I work with my CEOs, I'll talk about it with myself on the radio show. Here's what I learned, because now it's getting out to more families, more people.
Right.
And then Thursdays and Fridays, I give it to the youth. Everybody's like, oh, you just made that so simple. I said, because it is. I said, that's all it is. They're like, oh, well, now I can see why you do what you do. I said, yes, it's strategic. I said, but I learned that from the military.
Right. And absolutely. And I think a lot of people need to take a lot from what you just said right now. Because you have to go in anything you do strategically.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go blind in anything like that. Even though, like, even me, when you see me do my shit, it's a controlled chaos. It's not just it's not completely chaos.
Right.
It's controlled chaos to meet a certain goal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a certain mindset that you got to put yourself in on an everyday thing. And if, like, so we could close it out because we've already been an hour 21. And I know you got shit you got to do. I got shit I got to do. They probably got shit they got to do. But what would you want the takeaway to be for today's conversation?
Okay, it's actually pretty simple. So from a military aspect, you get all these regulations. And you have to learn all these regulations. But the only things that are followed are your will, shall, and must. So here's what I did when I exited and as part of my program. I said, you know what? That's one of the greatest things that I learned because those are my regulations. Now, instead of it being from a corporation, I need to instill that within myself. What will I do? What shall I do? And what must I do? That is going to keep me safe, and it's going to create boundaries that if a distraction comes along, I refer to my own manual. It's internal. That doesn't match my will, shall, and must, so nope, it's not for me. People are like, oh, you just said that so quickly. I said, because I don't have to think about it. It's not tied to my ethics, values, or my family. Nope. Thank you, but no thank you, because I can keep it respectful, but that's not for me. The more you have up that wall, people are like, oh, well, you think you're different. I'm like, no, I just have boundaries. So if I'm giving anything to this group right here, to the Vibe Gang, think about your personal will, shall, and must, and your life is going to change. Because you don't need anything that's outside of that. Right. You establish that, and you will learn more about yourself because you know who you are. If you can answer the question, who am I? And remember, it's going to update every day. Get your system updates. Make sure you restart the computer. Mm-hmm. But do that. It's very simple, but it's so hard at the same time. Mm-hmm. But take that time.
Absolutely. That was beautiful. That was amazing. And what I want them to take away is time. Just understanding it. Understanding that every second matters into everything you do. Because it will affect somebody. It will affect the child, it will affect the spouse, it will affect the public. But every single minute that you have living in this life, do not take this shit for granted. Do not think that you have abundance amount of time left to get shit done. Don't think that tomorrow's going to come with no fucking issues and no problems. Understand that there will be obstacles. Understand that shit will be getting in your way. Mm-hmm. But understanding how to go around them and knowing how to maneuver around issues, and that all comes from you and comes from time. Mm-hmm. Take the time that you have right now, learn from the time that you have right now, and just try to use it accordingly to better yourself. Focus on you. before you can focus on anybody else. And to do that shit takes time. And that's a fact. So please be good to yourself. Take this weekend actually that we got going on, and take this time to get away from the social media, the trending shit, and all that other crap, and don't stop using every weekend to escape from the reality of what you're living. And you know, just go out, do something, spend time with the kids, spend time with the spouse, make time. If you guys work this weekend, when you get out of work, I got plans, I got shit to do, I got family to go to. Take that family time. It's very important to have that moment, that time, especially with your kids and with your spouses. We have to bring that family unity, that family togetherness back home, and because a lot of people out in the world right now has gotten kind of separated from that child-parent connection, and it's just like in another atmosphere that they don't even know what their kids are doing half the time, and the kids don't know what the parents are doing half the time because they're own. We gotta break that wall down and spend that time together, because when time's up and you're looking down in that casket, you're gonna start thinking in that moment, where'd the time go? The time you wasted it, unfortunately. So just don't waste no more of this time. Spend this time in the places where they need to go, which ties into those 3 ethics that he just showed you guys. So take that, spend the time in those 3 things, and we'll see you later.
All right, brother.
I love you, bro.
Love you too, brother.
Talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a great fucking rest of the day. Be positive, act positive, be productive, and I'll see you guys Monday. I'm out of here. Peace.